Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your host, ID Jester. We're here to talk about Sentinels of the Multiverse hero number 14. 1-4. And that is NIGHTMIST. And she has the distinction of being the only hero in the enhanced edition to have a 40 different card deck. Now, there's this caveat on that. She does have 40 different cards, but they are very similar. Many of them are very similar, as you'll see as we show you off her deck and cards. Here we go. NIGHTMIST, Faye Diamond. She is part of the Arkham Covenant. And she has kind of an interesting backstory there. You can pause it on YouTube and check it out and read it. And see what she has to, what she's got going on there. She's all about the magic, and as you can see when I show you her cards, she has a boatload of cards, and yes, there are some that are similar, but they are technically different. And she does have 40 different cards in her deck. Actually, if you look, there's 40 different ones. But as you can see, there's 3 copies of the same card, but they have different stat ratings based upon her magic level that she will be using. So whatever card is face up in her deck at the time when she casts her spell, it will be giving, boosting her attack, her damage, or whatever, which we're going to look at here in a little bit. But let's look at her variants and her character card first, shall we? NIGHTMIST starts with 27 hit points. Investigation power. NIGHTMIST deals herself 2 infernal damage to draw 2 cards. So she deals herself 2 damage to draw 2 cards. Is that worth it? I don't know. Let's check the backside of her card. One hero regains 1 hit point. One player may play a card, destroy an ongoing card. Not bad powers, and I love the effect of the pentagram kind of covering her because she is this mystical magic and she's delving into the arcane arts, which if you watched her or read her background story, you know what's going on there. Let's look at her variants, and I'm not happy with her variants, to be honest. As you can see, as I just clicked, the variant is the exact same, almost the exact same. She's got a slightly longer hair, but she's got the same pose and everything, so it's kind of not really like that good a variant. Dark Watch, NIGHTMIST, 28 hit points. Attunement power. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Put them back on top of your deck in any order. So she can kind of fine tune what cards are coming. And she does look badass in there. And even though she's got tattoos on her face, you don't actually see that here on this background logo, which is kind of disappointing. And that's the only variant that I have unlocked. I think she has multiple other variants, but I think you have to unlock them in the game. So we'll move on. Shall we? Yes, we shall. So when I go over each of the cards, I'm going to mention what their power level is. As you can see, she's got 2 cards. One's a power level of 2 and one's a power level of 3. The card is Amulet of the Elder Gods. It's an equipment, it's a relic, and it's limited. Interesting that it's a relic because there are certain things that will not destroy relics, so this card will not get destroyed by those cards that don't destroy relics. The first time NIGHTMIST would be dealt damage each turn, you may discard 2 cards. If you do, you may redirect that damage to a target of your choice. That's pretty interesting power, to be honest. To discard 2 cards to redirect damage. And her power is to draw 2 cards to take a little bit of damage. So she's taking a little bit of damage to drawing cards so that when she takes an attack, she can then discard those cards and send the damage somewhere else. Interesting combination going on. And so the next card, she has a 2 copies of this card and 2 and 4 power. Everything goes from 1 to 4 power, I believe. And Astral Premonition. It's an ongoing card. Power, discard a card. If you do, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Put 1 on the top of your deck and 1 on the bottom of your deck. So you can kind of, put those big power numbers on the top and get rid of the little ones. Astral Premonition. Interesting. Okay, then she has 3 copies of Call Forth. They go from 1, 2, or 4. It's a one-shot spell. Discard a card. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until you discarded cards equal to the relic number you've revealed. Put the relic into your hand. Shuffle the other revealed cards back into your deck. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until the discarded cards number relics are revealed. So, 2. Put the relics into your hand. Shuffle the other revealed cards back in your deck. So she's calling her relics. She also has the Elder Ring 3 copies. There is a 1, a 2, and a 3 power level on this. The Elder Ring gives her an equipment, a relic, and limited increased damage dealt by NIGHTMIST by 1. Draw a card. Destroy this card if she uses that power. 3 different copies. 3 different copies of Enlightenment, a 1, a 2, and a 3. There is a one-shot spell. Reveal the top card of your deck. NIGHTMIST deals herself that card's magic infernal damage. One player may draw that many cards, infernal cards, and put the revealed card in your trash. So you're going to reveal the top card in your deck. Deal yourself damage, and another player is going to draw that many number of cards. And again, that number is based upon your magic number. Enlightenment. We also have Needless Lash. There is a power level of 1, a power level of 2, and a power level of 3. Heedless Lash, 1-slot spell. Reveal the top cards of your deck. NIGHTMIST deals herself and one other target that card's infernal damage. Put the revealed card into play or your hand. So she's revealing a card, dealing herself and one other target the amount of damage based upon the magic number, and then putting that card into her hand or discard pile. Master of Magic. There is a 2 and a 3 of this. It's an ongoing, it's a limited card. Whenever you play a spell card, NIGHTMIST regains the card's infernal hit points. So she might be doing herself a lot of damage, but if she has the Master of Magic, she can also regain that amount of hit points as well as dealing herself that much damage. So this is a super critical one for her to get into play, because she will be casting a lot of spells. Mistbound, there is a 1 and a 4 version. So a very wimpy version and a very powerful one. This is called Mistbound. It is a one-shot spell. Discard 2 cards. If you do, you may select a deck. Cards from that deck cannot be played until the start of your next turn. Oof. And if she played this, she would gain 4 hit points back. That's pretty good. That's really good, if assuming she's got the Master of Magic in play. Mist Form. She's got a power level of 2 and a power level of 3 in this. It's an ongoing and a limited card. NIGHTMIST is immune to damage. You cannot play cards or use powers. You may draw an additional card during your draw phase. At the start of your next turn, you may destroy this card. So, helps her get things set up for her getting all of her relics out into play, right? She gets all those cards into her hand and gets ready to play them. In the meantime, she's not getting hammered by damage over and over and over again. Yeah, so immune to damage, can't play cards, use powers, so she kind of nurse herself, but she can draw cards. So that's kind of the good thing. Get a lot of good cards in her deck and not take a lot of damage, and then start her process of putting all of her relics into play, getting her Master of Magic going. Alright, we go to 2 copies of Mistfield Recovery. There's a 3 and a 4 of this. It's a one-shot. Shuffle a hero's trash into the hero's deck. NIGHTMIST regains 1 hit point for each 2 cards shuffled into that hero's deck by this card. And then immediately end your turn. So it's a one-shot. Let's see. This is a spell card. So this is not a spell. This is a one-shot. It's not a spell. Like this one is a one-shot spell. This is not a one-shot spell, so she wouldn't heal on this card. Mist of Time. There is a 3 and a 4 again. Mist of Time, one shot. This is a spell. NIGHTMIST deals herself 2 infernal damage. Switch your trash and hero deck. Shuffle your deck. Oh, she's got some of the craziest cards in the game, I think. NIGHTMIST deals herself 2 damage, and then she just switches her trash in her deck. And then shuffles her deck. And yeah, that's crazy. Then she has Oblivion. There's 4 copies of this card. She has a 1 power, a 2 power, a 3 power, and a 4 power. It's a one-shot spell. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. NIGHTMIST deals each target 1 of the revealed cards infernal damage. Then deals each non-hero target the other revealed cards infernal damage. And then re-put the revealed cards into your trash. So, yeah. She's going to be dealing a lot of targets damage on this one. Each target 1 of revealed cards infernal damage. Then deals each non-hero target the other revealed. That's crazy. Oblivion. Then we go to Planner Banishment. There's a 1 power, a 2 power, and a 3 power card. It's a one-shot spell. Reveal the top card of your deck. NIGHTMIST deals herself that card's infernal damage. You may destroy up to that card's ongoing or environment cards, and then put the reveal card in your trash. But again, if she has her Master of Magic, she would damage herself, but she will also heal herself. There is, let's see, Scouring Mist, a 2 power, a 3 power, and a 4 power. Scouring Mist, one-shot spell. Reveal the top card of your deck. NIGHTMIST deals herself the card's magic infernal damage. NIGHTMIST deals up to that many cards magic NIGHTMIST deals up to that card's magic targets 2 infernal damage each. Put the revealed card into your trash. So if she reveals 4, she's going to take 4 damage, but she'll deal 4 targets 2 infernal damage each. And then if she's got her ring bonus and stuff, she might be doing more damage. Speaking of rings and stuff, she's got a 1 power and a 3 power for the Star Shield necklace. It's an equipment, it's a relic, and it's limited. At the end of your turn, you may discard a card. If you do, NIGHTMIST regains that card's magic hit points. So getting cards in her hand and then discarding them to heal herself. So she's going to be going up and down in hit points like crazy. It's cool. There's 2 copies of this. And then last but not least, 2 copies. There's a 3 and a 4. Tomb of Elder Magic. It's an equipment. It's relic. Power. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until a spell is revealed. Put it in your hand to shuffle the other revealed cards back in your deck. And then this card will be downward, so she can just do this over and over again and put cards and put, spells into her hand. All right, so that is NIGHTMIST, the only character in Enhanced Edition with 40 different cards, as you can see. Yes, there are many copies of the same card, but they are all officially different because they have different magic values on them. And she is one of these very challenging characters because she does herself a lot of damage, and you have to understand her core mechanisms. She's going to be doing a lot of damage to herself with these spells, so you have to mitigate that with her Master of Magic and her equipment and her relics and ways to heal back up from all the necklaces and tombs and everything, because she wants to do lots of spell damage, and she can do a lot of damage once she gets her protections up. The first couple rounds, she can do a couple attacks. Somebody else gives her a play of power or whatever, and all of a sudden she's done herself like 15, 16 damage, and she's down to like 6 hit points, and you're like, wait a minute, what the hell just happened? Holy crap. So, yeah, getting her ways to protect herself from killing herself with the magic is going to be super important. But if you like one of those characters that is all about the balance and balancing how much damage she takes with how much damage she can deal, and figuring out to get ways to like, oh, I'm going to do 3 damage to me, but I'll do like 10 damage to them. Sure, let's do it, and figure out if there's ways to get extra damage on everyone else and her only taking a little bit of damage. That's kind of what she's really good at. She's got some really good, again, when other things destroy everything but relics, she doesn't get completely nerfed into the ground. She can actually get a couple of her items out, and she's perfectly fine after complete board wipes by the villains or your heroes, because, yeah, a lot of things don't affect her. So she's very powerful, very risky, where, yes, she can take herself some damage, and then you have the enemies doing some damage to you, and before you know it, you can't do anything, because if you damage yourself, you're going to knock yourself out. And so she can become very frustrating and not very powerful. But if you play her right, after a few plays, she is one of these characters you're going to have to play her 5, 6, 7 times. Yeah. Before you understand how to play her and kind of have a gist of it. And once you then understand her and you can get the right cards, you can start playing her very well. And then she really turns into a beast. I do like the definitive edition of NIGHTMIST even better than this version. I think this version is fine, but I don't think it's as good as the definitive edition. This one is kind of a little wanky and doesn't. I like what they're doing, but it doesn't show like her true potential and what I think they were trying to get out of her. And the definitive edition does do a much better job of playing NIGHTMIST, in my opinion. But that's for another story and another time, as we are finished with our review of hero number 14, NIGHTMIST. Hopefully you guys enjoyed her, and if you like characters, it's all about, putting, the risk management and how much can you get out of her, and try to fine tune to try and get this character working. And if you can finally manage it and understand her, she can be so deep and fun to play, because she's not your everyday average character. She is in a league by herself, to be honest. So if you love characters like that, she might be the one for you. NIGHTMIST, hero number 14. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to leave us a like if you enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below what you think of her, and I would love to hear your thoughts and comments. Until the next time, my friends, you take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon, and we will see you all down the line. Bye for now. Have a good